What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, how long have you been stacking silver? A couple months, couple days, couple years, several years? I want to know. And I ask that because I want to keep a pulse on the silver stacking community, which also gauges the type of content I make. I don't want to be talking about a bunch of confusing stuff if there's mainly newbies. I should be directing my content more to silver stacking for beginners type of material, the best coins to buy, why you should buy these coins, or what type of silver you want to buy starting out, or your time frame, or what's the different types of stackers, long-term versus short-term stacking. I mean, there's so many things, the condition, how to store your silver. There's so many different things, and that's one of the beautiful things, but also can be a little overwhelming. When I first started, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what type of silver I liked. I started off with bars, poured bars, went into junk silver, went into coins, went back to, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and that's what this video is talking about. This video is going to be talking about mistakes, how to avoid those mistakes. If I would have seen a video like this when I first started stacking, oh man, it would have saved me a lot of time, money, and energy, especially money. Because let's get this straight. Just because you're buying silver doesn't mean you're going to get wealthy. You can still, and a lot of people don't even break even. That's the cold hard truth. I'm going to tell it how it is. So, hopefully by the end of this video, if you watch all the way through, because I have a lot of stuff to talk about, then you won't have to worry about those mistakes. So, make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave a comment. At least let me know how long you've been stacking, because I do think it's important. I really do. Let's jump into this. Silver stacking, from a beginner standpoint, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. And I learned something very interesting. When you make that mistake, you have two options: kick and scream and whine, or look at that as an opportunity to grow so you don't make that mistake again. Those are the only two options. If you do learn from that mistake, then over time you will be a very experienced stacker. Very experienced. Whether it's where you're buying from, the types of silver you buy, how to store it. I've made mistakes on all of those. I've bought from places that I got ripped off. I've stored my silver the wrong way. I've actually sold my silver because I wasn't managing my money properly. I mean, I've made tons of mistakes. But over time, the last 7-8 years, I've learned how to minimize my error, my margin for error, and nowadays I can stack pretty comfortably. So I do think it's important to pay attention to this. We have a lot to talk about. No matter if you're buying high premium silver, bullion, at least you're transferring fake money into real money. So at the end of the day, you're not really making a mistake when you buy, but you can make mistakes when you sell. You definitely can make a lot of mistakes when you sell. The first mistake I see most people doing, including myself, is buying way too much silver in the beginning in an unrealistic amount that they cannot afford. Just because you can buy 100 ounces at once doesn't mean you can afford to buy 100 ounces at once. You might have enough money to buy it, but after you buy it, you might not have enough money for your bills, your car payment, emergency money. So you got to really remember that. You might be able to buy something, but can you afford to buy it? And when in the beginning, when you're spending 75% of your paycheck because you think silver is about to explode tomorrow, then that's setting you up for a very dangerous situation. Impulse buying, panic selling. Impulse buying is so dangerous. Impulsively buying silver without thinking it through. You know what I do? Before I even buy that coin on APMEX, I think about how I can sell it, how I'm going to sell it. Am I going to sell it at my local coin shop, on eBay? Am I going to resell it to APMEX? Am I going to trade it? Am I going to hold it forever? Depending upon that answer will pretty much tell me if this is a good purchase or not. If you don't think about that, where you're going to sell it or how you're going to sell it, one, you don't really have an idea on if you're getting a good price or not, and two, you're gambling. Investors make strategic decisions based off information. Gamblers throw money, hope it sticks. If you're just randomly buying silver without thinking it through, you're gambling. When I'm thinking about where I'm going to sell that coin or how I'm going to sell it, that's investing because I'm making a strategic decision. I'm strategizing. But if you just buy silver aimlessly, that's not strategizing. So think about that. Lowering your dollar per ounce average. Whatever spot price is, try to make your average silver stack at as low as possible. The dollar amount as low as possible. Now, you can't get that low nowadays because of the premiums, but try to make it around between $28 to $33. Maybe that's not realistic for some people or most people, but try to just get it as low as possible. One of the other mistakes I see a lot of is the platform they're buying on. A lot of times, and this is scary, if you go on Amazon.com, type in silver or American Eagles or something, you'll see American Eagles. No joke. You'll see American Eagles getting sold like hotcakes for $50 on Amazon. $50. Spot price is $23. You're more than doubling your money for a 1 ounce silver coin that just a couple years ago was worth $2-3 over spot. Do you think any of those people that just paid $50 for an ounce, do you think any of them are going to break even? No. It would be extremely hard to break even. It'd be extremely hard. That's not realistic. And if you're one of those people that did pay $50 for an ounce, please get educated on where the best places to buy from. I mean, we're talking about APMEX, JM Bullion, Modern Coin Mart, Provident Metals, SD Bullion. Those 4 or 5, everyone should be buying there. 98% of the entire silver stacking community buys from one of those 5 places. And that's because, one, refund policies. If your coins get lost in transit or package stolen or the coins are scratched, they'll refund you or reship more silver up to your satisfaction. On eBay, no refund, no return policies a lot of times. I mean, it's a gambling game. Plus, APMEX, all these places, brilliant, uncirculated, never touched by human hand coins. Where on eBay, a lot of times it's just third party sellers where people like you and I selling our silver, and you never know from an individual person's perspective their motives. But when you're looking at a big billion dollar business, they're legit, and you know that coin's gonna be up to par. You might get a little cheaper of a price buying on eBay, but you got to weigh out the pros and cons. I would rather pay a little bit more money to make sure I'm buying from a big business rather than just kind of hoping buying from some random person that I don't know. Because I know APMEX is going to be, my silver is going to be coming in the mail officially, never touched. And if it is, then I can turn it back in and trade it. Very important. Condition, storage. That's another one that I see a lot of people failing at, or at least I would say a lot of room for growth there in that area. I use coin capsules. A lot of people do. On Fire Guy and airtights.com. Those are the 2 places. And actually another company hit me up and asked me if they want to send me some of their airtight capsules for free just to review them. Because I guess they're a pretty big company, but they're not that known. So they said they'll send me their site. They're gonna send me some airtights. I'm gonna review them, and if they're good and if the price is decent, hey, maybe I'll start going there too. I thought that just reminded me of that when I was talking about airtights. But regardless, On Fire Guy and airtights.com is definitely the two places I would go. I like On Fire Guy personally. They even show, because not each coin is the same diameter. American Eagles are a little bigger than Maple Leafs, and Pandas are a little smaller than American Eagles. I mean, each coin has a different diameter, so these airtights have different numbers. There's like their X, there's a H tube, there's different ones. So On Fire Guy, he will tell you each coin what coin capsule and coin tube it goes in. A lot of times it can be very confusing because you don't know, or you'll have to look up the diameter of each one and then go back. I mean, it could be very tedious. So I like that perspective. And some people, I've even said this, heard this in the past, say, Silver Slayer, you're paying, 20 cents or blah, blah, blah for each one of those capsules. You're wasting so much money. You could be buying more silver with that. And I think of things a little differently. I'm thinking in my head, I would rather pay 30 cents to ensure that coin will never be touched, stay in perfect condition, rather than risking that coin being touched and losing a lot more than 30 cents. It's like putting an insurance policy on. I definitely am willing to pay a couple extra pennies to make sure that my coin stays in perfect condition. Because a lot of times if this coin gets scratched or smudged, that entire coin's condition is ruined and bye-bye premium. Also, in your safe, where do you store your silver? Are you keeping it in a shoebox under your bed? Keeping it in a safety deposit box in your safe? How many people are you telling? You might trust your one friend, but your friend might be at the bar, have a couple too many drinks, and tell his friend, because don't get me wrong, silver's pretty cool. It's very unique. So your friend is at the bar, has one too many drinks, and tells his other friend that your friend had good intentions. He was just trying to say something exciting, but your other friend didn't. He's like, oh yeah, where does he live again? Right? So even though you might trust someone, that person might not realize how dangerous it is or be thinking from your perspective, and you could get your silver stolen. So you got to be careful who you tell. So that's another reason why I started my channel, because I knew I couldn't talk about it in person. So I started sharing my stack online, doing my unboxings online. And that kind of goes into my local coin shop, building relationships, because the only place I could talk about my silver in person was at my local coin shop. Building relationships is very important. I've interviewed the owner of my local coin shop probably 3 or 4 times on this channel. Very good videos, by the way. And you definitely get some advantages of interviewing, like Empire Precious Metals, another very good YouTube channel. He interviews his local coin shop owner every day. Like literally every one of his videos is interviewing his local coin shop owner. I think it's really unique. It's a different type of content. I'm all for it. But anyways, you could definitely reap some benefits from that. One, he's going to be your potential customer one day. I mean, you're probably going to be selling some silver to him, so that's one reason. Two, sometimes he'll give you better deals or discounts, or like my local coin shop, he always sets aside Walking Liberties because he knows that I like those. So I always know that he'll have them in stock because he keeps them aside for me because I love Walking Liberties. That's the type of stuff that if I would have never built that relationship would never be possible. Plus, pick their brain. They've been stacking for several decades and a lot longer than all of us, so they have some very good insight and knowledge. In your safe, do you have silica gel packs, dehumidifiers, tarnish strips? All of these things could play a difference between you making a lot of money and losing a lot of money. Where are you selling? Are you selling on eBay? If you are, do you have an eBay account right now? Or are you just randomly going to make your account on the spot when you're planning on selling your entire stack? Just dumping your entire stack on eBay in one day, which trust me, it won't take one day. It'll take a lot longer. And just all your silver just sold. Blink of an eye. That's not realistic. If you were on eBay and you saw someone make an account yesterday, dumped all their silver on there, would you buy from them? No, they have no seller ratings. You don't know if that's a legit account. You don't know if the silver is real. You don't know how fast they ship. You don't know the condition. How, are they packaging it good? You don't know. So no, If you wouldn't buy from yourself, then most people won't. You got to think about it like that. So what I recommend is make an eBay account right now, because you're turning your stack into a business. You're turning yourself into a local coin shop essentially, or an online coin shop. So maybe make an account right now. Even think of like a cool name for your business and sell like 1 ounce every month or 1 ounce every 3, 4 months. And then in 5, 10, 15 years, you will have a lot of seller ratings. You will look very official, and you could dump your stack all in a week, within it be gone. But if you try to list all your silver in one day, nobody's gonna buy that crap, and I hope you wouldn't either. So that's something to maybe think about. And a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people don't think about that. I'm probably one of the only, if not the only YouTube channel that has even thought about that, about making an account and starting to sell 1 ounce every couple of months. So when that day comes that you want to liquefy, because liquidity is key, then you'll have the years of seller ratings. That's important. It's very important. You don't really think about that. Like I said, before I even buy that coin, I'm thinking about how I can sell it. So yeah, those are some of the main mistakes that I see. Also, colored coins. I don't really like colored coins. It's a very small market, very risky, and I don't know. I just really don't like colored coins. In my opinion, also, if you're a beginner, stay away from Morgan silver dollars. A very risky market. I would wait until you're more educated, until you get a red book where you can see the mintage numbers for each year's, so you can get a better idea. Because Morgans, along with other coins, you need to know every year's a different mintage number, whether it's different mints, whether it's a Philadelphia mint, Carson City, all these different mints, San Francisco. That could play a big factor on how much that coin is. Carson City, very, very, very profitable. But then the Philadelphia mint's very plain. And if you don't know that, you might be paying way more money than you should. So that's stuff that you got to pay attention to. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Please let me know how long you've been stacking. I'm very curious. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. See you guys soon. Peace.